Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm Dana.
I'm Shane.
And we are getting ready to tell you guys how we met in our little love story. Okay, so the year is 2012. Actually, no, the year is actually 2011. September 2011. He was going to King High School in Detroit. I was going to Kettering High School in Detroit. But I stayed in these apartments called the King Homes. And King, the school, and the King Homes are on the same block. Really down the street from each other. And I used to catch the bus and go to Kettering. And one day I was coming home from school, getting off the bus. And he was already on the bus. He was already on the bus. How did that work? Was I on the No, I was already on the bus. My bad, y'all. I was already on the bus, and he was getting on the bus. Okay. And him and his friends, was talking about how little I was. So my first thoughts, I'm looking at him, but I'm looking at all of them, but I'm looking at him. And I'm like, oh, he cute. His hair was not this long, y'all. He had a haircut. And, yeah. So I'm like, he fine. You know, I'm like, he cute, whatever, you know. And we just looking at each other. We just caught each other face, caught each other eye, whatever you want to call it. How was you feeling in that moment?
When we seen you, my friends was talking like, little. They were saying like she was little, and I'm like, she is little, bro. I'm like, she cute though. She got a little cute smile and shit. We made a little eye contact and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Man, we just like, I'm like, I ain't really, that was like the first time I seen somebody like that small. And it's not like a midget or not. Like, not a midget. So I'm like, wow, she's small.
By the way, just keep this in mind. When he say small, it's because I'm short. I'm 4'6". For any of those people who are new to our channel, I am literally 4'6". I'm super short. So that's what he mean by I'm really little.
And I'm 6'2", so you do the math.
Exactly. Okay, so go ahead.
And then she got off the bus and she looked at me and I looked at her. I'm like, she cute as hell.
Yeah, so as I'm getting off the bus or whatever, you know what's crazy? I actually remember what I had on that day.
Don't ask me what I don't know. You probably had a uniform on.
You did.
You
did have a uniform on. But I remember what I had on though. That's crazy. But so I'm getting off the bus or whatever, and y'all know how you ever seen like one of those dramatic movies, like a love movie, and they look back at each other on some dramatic stuff? That's exactly what we did. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's exactly what we did. I got off the bus, I started walking a little bit, and the bus was about to pull off, and I looked back at him and he was looking at me. That's exactly what happened. After that day, we did not see each other no more. Like, no more until January of 2012. So the year is 2012, and every year King High School have the Martin Luther King March. And at the time, I was going through a really weird breakup situation with one of my exes. And he was basically trying to play me and this other girl, basically. And I hate talking about this, but I was like trying to get him back. So he was in ROTC, and he was a I can't remember exactly what he was in ROTC. I just know that he was going to be doing the march at King. So he invited me to come, and we were supposed to, after we left the march, we were supposed to talk about us getting back together. Anyway, that didn't happen, but whatever. So as I'm walking with the banner in my hand, I see,
yeah, boy. So let me explain my part. Okay, So I was in ROTC for like my whole year in high school. So I was like I was one of the drill sergeants. So I was controlling the line and everything. And we actually walked past from each other, or like I think I was actually walking up, going to the back, going up to the front to do something, and I happened to walk past and turn back around, and that's when I seen Dana. Like, oh, that's the little girl. I'm like, oh my god! That is so funny because she got this. This banner is big and she like in the middle so little. I was like, oh, she is so cute. And she hit me with the same smile and stuff. I'm like, oh. But so at this time, like I couldn't really say nothing because I'm doing this for a grade actually too, because that's my 2012 was my senior year, so I actually was doing that for a grade, so I had to, you know what I'm saying. So after the march, I didn't see her again.
Yeah, he didn't see me again after that. And then we couldn't talk to each other anyway. Not only just because it was like the schools was doing stuff, but at the same time, like I couldn't just start talking to somebody. I couldn't start talking to him, and I'm trying to get my back. Like, come on now, like be for real. So that was the whole situation. But yeah, after that, we didn't see each other no more until February, and I had completely shut that whole situation down with my ex, and I couldn't take it no more, so I left the school, and I had a stalker at my old school. That's a good story time for y'all. But yeah, so I had a stalker, and at the same time, I was going through that bad breakup with my ex, and I just couldn't take it being at Kettering no more. So I left, and I told my mama to put me in King. I mean, it just made sense. It literally was up the street. I could literally walk to King if I wanted to. So I go to King, and I'm sitting in my computer class, and here he comes, and I saw him first. He didn't see me. I'm sitting at the front because, you know, I'm trying to be the studious student by sitting at the front of the class. Plus, I was new, so I didn't know nobody. I couldn't just sit in the back. I would have missed. So I'm sitting in the front, and I see him walk past, and I was like, oh, snap, that's him again, you know? And I peeped him, but I didn't want him to know that I peeped him. So when I saw him, I turned my head this way. And I guess he saw me when I turned my head this way, because when he came in, now you can go take over.
Nah, so you know me, like I said, it was my senior year. I was coming to the class late. So like in King, it's like where our classroom is. It's like a window or something. So when I'm walking past, I see somebody in the front. Like I know mostly everybody in the school, so I'm like that's somebody new. I'm like, oh shit, a new person in the school. So me being goofy, you know what I'm saying, I came in do. So when I seen her, I didn't know it was her. I just seen the back of her head. So I'm like, okay. So when I walk in and like get in the classroom, teacher started talking stuff to me like, Shane, go hurry up and sit down and da-da-da. So I'm like, oh shoot, I'm sitting up in the front seat. Everybody calling me like, Shane, come back here. I'm like, no, I'm sitting in the front seat today. They like, oh boy, you just trying to talk to the new girl. So, and we actually, that's when we actually sat down and talked. So we said a couple words, and then we started doing our work, and then she talked about, let me see your phone. I'm like, oh, huh. So she put her phone number in my phone, and then we was just kicking it the whole day, like and shit. Like we was kicking it the whole day. I mean, we wasn't kicking the whole day, but we was kicking it while we was in the classroom and stuff. So.
And he asked me, he was like, why you sitting in the front?
Oh yeah, so knowing me, like I keep saying, I'm a senior, so we all in the back. I'm like, why you sitting in the front like she's like, what? It's my first day. So I got her to come to the back. Like, no, like the next day I got her to come to the back.
Yeah. And okay, so when he finally sat down and talked to me or whatever, that was like our first time really getting to know each other. We kept seeing each other, but now we was actually speaking to each other and hearing each other's voices for the first time. And I thought I was sweet, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I had that game. Because I was like, let me see your phone so I can put my number in it. Like, girl, who do you think you is? So, I thought I had the game that day. But that is how we became boyfriend and girlfriend. Because literally, after that day, after that day, we talked, we texted or whatever, and he was like, he asked me, did I like him? And I'm like, yeah, of course, duh. And then he asked me, did I want to be his girl? And then I said, yeah. And that's basically how we got together. And it was crazy because I was super shy. Well, I still am. But I was super shy. He used to always try to get me to come to his locker. And I wasn't having that, especially when there's other people around his locker.
Oh, yeah, everybody else at my locker.
And he would do me like so bold, y'all. He'd be like, all right, meet me at my locker. Da-da-da. So I'll be walking to his locker. He would never be there.
I was late to everything.
But yeah, so that's basically how our little love story.